Hey everybody, Jam Creates here, doing another video while I drive home from work. Just thinking about some stuff, figured I'd share my thoughts with y'all. No, I am not Southern, I am just appropriating Southern culture. I know that's not really a thing. Today I just wanted to talk about a little discovery that I made over the weekend. I did not know this was a thing, and I'm definitely excited about it. Alterna Comics, who I have become a big fan of, and you notice I've been doing a lot of reviews of Alterna's books, and I've been going back and doing some older books from Marvel, because I was always a big Marvel head, but lately I have definitely kind of just given up on Marvel and DC for that matter. And Alterna has definitely been a real interesting thing for me. I've noticed a lot from them, and I really enjoy a lot of what I'm reading from them. And I like their model of, hey, we're just doing nothing but limited series. So you know what? You pick up this issue, and this story is going to be done in 4 issues or 3 issues or whatever it may be. And then you're good to go. You move on. And they also repackage them as trades, so you can get them with glossy paper instead of the newsprint if it's something that you really want to hold on to forever and ever. What I discovered was, it was funny. My wife and I were sitting on the couch and talking about the holidays coming and all that, and she asked me, is there a way you can subscribe to these comics that you like? And I was like, I don't know, because they're all limited series. It's kind of weird. I don't know if there is such a thing. And I went to the Alterna Etsy store, and sure enough, there it was, big as day, 2019 Alterna subscription. For $95, you can get every single book that Alterna is putting out next year. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's a great deal. I mean, $95 for, I think they said it turns out to be 60 something, like 66 or 67 comics or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact number, but that's a great deal, first of all, because number one, the Alterna's books are cheap. The shipping is what makes the price what it is, and I actually had a code. Full disclosure, I had a code for 20% off, so I used that, and that covered the shipping. So I didn't even really pay shipping, which is fantastic. But yeah, it's totally, it's cool. What that means is for the entire year, this is going to be a gift for me. My wife did it, and she's like, Merry Christmas. So for me, for the whole year, I'm going to be getting every book that Alterna puts out, which is also inspiring me to go back and get stuff that I may have missed, things that they're going to be volume 2 of next year. If I didn't read volume 1, I'm going to go back and pick up volume 1 and read those, just so I've got the whole story. It's like getting a cool book series or a movie or whatever, and there's going to be a sequel, and you want to see the first one before you read, before you get the second one. And also, I know, there was one series, I think, that straddled 2018 and 2019. So, issue 1 is coming out, I think, in December, and issue 2 is coming out in January. So I'll be getting issue 2 as part of the subscription. Issue 1, I'm totally just going to order because, $1.50, or I'll go get it from my comic book store if they have it. And honestly, this is part of the reason why she was asking about this, because I've had such a hard time finding them in my local comic book shop. They never seem to order that many Alterna books, and so it's hard to get a hold of them. They come out and then they're just gone. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's a fantastic model. I think it's a great gift, because it's a gift that's going to last me the whole year. And that's pretty cool. And I think if you've got a comic book fan in your family, I think that's definitely a worthwhile gift for them, for sure. Getting them an entire year's worth of comic books. So even if there's certain ones maybe they don't like, they're getting everything. So you're not locked in. It's not like, hey, I'm just getting you a subscription for the year to, Captain Amazing Man for the year. And then suddenly, in, March, Captain Amazing Man suddenly he suddenly dies and gets transformed into, Captain Amazing Woman Girl, whatever, and every story is about them having sleepover parties and loving the science, and you're like, oh my god, I hate this, and now it's going to keep coming for the rest of the year just to insult me. Everything's a limited series, so, you're all good. You're going to get multiple comics every month. Like, it's really a worthwhile deal. And as somebody who used to get subscriptions to Marvel books, I used to, for years, I was a subscriber and used to get Amazing Spider-Man and Uncanny X-Men delivered to my house every month. I like subscriptions to comic books. It's fun to get them in the mail. Even as an adult, it's fun to get, something in the mail that's not a bill. So I definitely think it's a worthwhile gift for sure. And, like I said, there's multiple stories to be read there, which is really cool. You're not just locked into one thing, which is another thing I like about Alterna's business model. At first, I was a little skeptical about the idea of just always having miniseries, but after a while, I thought about it, and I'm like, no, this makes sense. This makes sense because it means the stories that you're telling as a creator, if you're only allowed to do a miniseries, and maybe you do one a year, you're only allowed to tell the best story. You're not going to tell some, wasted filler story that, is kind of like you're just half-assing and you don't really care about. Like, you're going to tell your best story. You're going to have your best work every time, because every time you're asking people to buy in and take that ride with you. And so I really I came around on the idea of that business model. Whereas, for life, I had always been, no, comics just go on forever. You buy the characters that you like and you just follow them forever and ever and ever. I think this model's better. I really do, because I've read too many just boring, filler, garbage stories and terrible runs from creators who just didn't even care about the character they were working on. These books are full of passion and their creators really do care about them. So, to me, that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy Alterna. And I also like the fact that their books are on newsprint and they're inexpensive. So, even if I had one that I really liked and I was like, oh, who would love this? My nephew or my friend or whatever. I'm not worried about giving it to them. It's $1.50. I didn't pay $5 or $7 or $8 or even $10 for a milestone issue, which is just absurd to me. So I really like it. I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal financially. I think it's a good deal entertainment-wise. And I've enjoyed everything I've read from Alterna so far. So, they've got a good track record in my book of greenlighting the things that they do. And so I'm really interested to see what's going to be coming. I'm looking forward to, stuff that hasn't even happened yet. I'm looking forward to Volume 2. I saw Volume 2 of Blood Realm on there, and I haven't finished Volume 1 yet because they're only on Issue 2 right now, and I've got it, and I'm going to be doing a review of Issue 2, and there's, but I'm excited because I know there's just so much lore in that world that I'm excited about where that's going to go and what's going to happen in Volume 2. So, I'm looking forward to that. And I like Alterna's way of doing things. It's very similar in a way to what you're seeing from a lot of creator-owned comics now, of doing an Indiegogo and putting out a book. And most of these books are 48 pages. Some are even more, because they've got a story they want to tell. And they're funding that book, and that book comes out, and you read that book, and then you wait for the next one. And I've heard it compared a lot to things like, the Harry Potter books, where a book comes out, and then maybe a couple of years later, another one comes out, and then you read that one, and then you wait for the next one, and then a few years later, the next one comes out. With these, you won't have to be waiting years and years for each issue, to come out, which is nice. Because you're talking maybe, a 48 or 64 page comic book as opposed to, a 1,000-page book. But I really think the model is there. I think that model is going to get a lot more people on board who are tired of the treadmill of the big two's comics. You know, they're tired of the treadmill of every month I go to the store, every month I pick up my new issues of this, that, and that, and every month nothing happens. Or even if something does happen, it's like, wow, something happened, and now for the next 6 months, nothing good is going to happen again. Like, these creators have to tell you their best story. Why? Because they've got one shot to get you in, and they've got one shot to get you invested. You know, it's just like a movie. When you make a movie, you've got one shot. You're making that movie, and if that movie bombs, they're not going to make another one. No one's going to give you the money to do it. You know, and it's the same thing with these creator-owned books. If your book stinks, no one's going to fund you the next time around. You know, I mean, they're just not. Because they're going to be like, I didn't enjoy the first one. Why am I going to buy the next one? So there's much more motivation to put out your best work every time. And so I think we're just going to see a level of quality that you don't get from churning out monthly books. And Alterna, being a publisher, is putting monthly books out, but they're all by different creators and they're different creative teams and they're different stories. So, you know, you've got the team on Blood Realm, let's say. I think that's a 3-issue series. So, boom. They're doing their best work on those 3 issues, and those are different from the creative team that's working on Tinseltown, or the creative team that's working on Exilium, or on Eden, you know, or on any of their other books. So every one of those teams is trying their best to put out their best work, and I just feel like this is a better model. I think I had this discussion once before, when I said that comics maybe should be more like anime or manga and just have definitive stories with beginnings, middles, and ends, and that's it. You know, Spider-Man, this is the new Spider-Man story for this year, and that's it. It's done. And maybe it's 4 issues, maybe it's 5 issues, maybe it's 6 issues, and then it's done, and then he doesn't come back till next year with another fantastic story where everyone did their level best to put out the best possible book. And I think that's just a better model. I just do. I think it's a better way for people who maybe have limited resources and you're asking them to spend all this money on these books. I just think it's better if they feel like they know there's going to be an ending and they know there's going to be something there. And I just think it works better. I just think it's the future, possibly, of the industry, honestly. And that ticking sound, no, it's not a bomb. It is my turn signal, because I am just about home and I'm about to turn into my neighborhood. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm crazy about the business model of Alterna. Tell me if you think that subscription for the year for all their books is a great deal. Tell me if you're going to get it. Maybe you're going to get it for Christmas, or you're going to get it for someone else for Christmas. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me. Talk to me, please. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. I'm just a dude yammering on in his car on the ride home. And I'll have more reviews coming up. I'm going to have Blood Realm issue 2. I'm going to have Zero Jumper issues 1 and 2. I've got other stuff planned. Probably going to do another webcomic spotlight, because I haven't done one of those in quite a while. So if you like this video, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. This is me getting distracted while I'm looking for a place to park. Definitely hit me up. I want to do more art videos. Let me know if you want to see some art videos. I've got ideas for how I'm going to do that. And hopefully put my own little spin on it, as opposed to what you get from a lot of other channels. So let me know what you think. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at JamCreates, at Jam_Creates on Twitter. I'm on Minds at JamCreates. I'm on DeviantArt at JamCreates. I share a lot of my sketches over there. Now I started using it again. And that's it. So I will see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out.